right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone here to the State of Synth. My name is Dennis G.
And I'm Neon Fox.
Mr. Neon Fox, how you doing, my friend?
Okay, we have someone else with us.
We have our good friend, Kaarin Zoe Lee. What's going on, Kaarin?
Hello. Thank you for having me on again.
Of course. And before we begin...
It's our annual VK show.
Yes, indeed. It is it's kind of a rite of passage here with every album that we have our fine friends release. We do a little party. This is our little Von Kaiser party. And we want to do a quick sound check. We're starting off the show great here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't even been drinking. If you guys can let us know how the microphones are, if they're too loud or too low, because we're trying to dial them in. We want everything to be nice and perfect for our good buddies, Von Kaiser, who will be coming on the show in just a little bit. So,
yay, Convisor!
Yeah, this is very exciting. Kaarin, how was your evening? I guess it's still, still daytime? You live out west, right?
Oh yeah, I'm in Seattle. It's just past 6 here. I just fed my family dinner and came up here to join you guys.
Nice. What did you have?
I made him mac and cheese and some fried shrimp and mixed veggies.
Oh my God, mac and cheese and fried shrimp. Did you put the shrimp in the mac and cheese? Because
I put it next to in the same compartment on his plate so he could choose to mix it together.
Nice.
It was a Cheetos mac and cheese.
Oh, that's the best. That's like the extra orangey kind.
It is. I don't like it, but he likes it.
Very nice.
You had a show earlier today, didn't you, with a panel?
I did. I had a retro synth panel.
Very nice. And I think I tuned in for half about that, and then I tuned out just because I got things, man. I had to prepare for this wonderful show that we have tonight here, but you sounded great, and it was always good to hear from our good buddies over at Retro Synth. Good peoples over there.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I also gotta say, if you guys are tuned in, folks, listeners, if you're tuned in on the YouTubes or the Night Ride FM chat website, I want you to say hi in the chat so we can yell out your name.
Yes.
You know what? I got. Oh, look at this. We got Howls.
Hey.
Good old Howls is always there.
Good old Howls.
Hello.
Yeah. And we've got Dark Ludus, and we've got Attican, Sayar, and Ta, and Mike, what is it? Giseki? Yeah, I think I said that right.
Okay.
Barracuda's in the house. And over in the Iron Seas, we've got Dysterian, we've got our friend Joe. We might have him chatting with us on the station in a sec.
Yeah,
we've also got Vasto, who doesn't sleep anymore, I guess.
Vasto is back!
Vasto, the return of Vasto. We've also got Mr. Rex Balls. Miami 17's in the house as well. So hey,
very
tuning
good.
In.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are great, and as you know, we do the show live. We are without a safety net here tonight, as we always do. We're really excited that we have a lot of great music. We have some brand new Von Kaiser. We might just play for you guys.
Yep. And we got Von Kaiser was gracious enough to give us some tunes. We've also got a new track from Strike Eagle.
Yeah.
And yeah, Dennis, you're gonna kill me, but the last track of the evening is that one of these Blue Lagoon tracks.
Okay.
It's 10 minutes long, so when we play everyone out, you're not gonna be able to.
Track, yes.
Nothing better than a 10-minute long song.
Yeah. Oh, quick shout out to, what was it? Prismislaw?
Okay. Prism in my slaw?
Prism.
only get
Yeah,
30
Prism.
tries.
I know.
I don't know. All right, so
we are live.
We are indeed live. We are ready to rock and roll with the show. I can't wait to bring our lovely friends on for the show. But before we do, we're going to go ahead and I think we have a song that we're going to play before our top story. Is that how we do it nowadays?
Yes. We
Mr.
do a song,
Jules?
top story song. Then we get into our juicy interview.
Yeah, the nitty gritty. You know how we do.
All
So, yeah, let's set up the first track and give it a whirl.
All right, I'm going to steal Kaarin's thunder here. Let's start with the titular track from Montreal. Yeah, take a drink, everybody. Take a drink. From Montreal artist Era's new album. By the way, he's on the Aztec label. A new album called Stardust Genesis. Here's the titular track right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Stardust Genesis by Era. I like the way they spell the name Era. That's very cool.
Era.
It's got the hard R and the soft H.
From Montreal. Montreal.
Oh,
Quebec.
Quebec.
Quebec. $2.50.
I love it. I love it.
Gosh, Lamatos is gonna come run, kick my ass.
I know. We better run. Yeah, that was great. I love that tune. That was really good. That was a great way to kick off the show, my friend. I'm feeling good. Jules, are you feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
How's my mic? Is it too loud still?
Nope. Your mic sounds perfect.
My mic sounds nice.
To Art the Brawler and Johnny 5 in the IRC chats.
Oh, very nice.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in and listening.
We appreciate it. And I have a dog who apparently wants to bark tonight. Here's the story about my dog. I have a dog, okay? And I buy, for every show, every episode of the State of Synth, I buy what's called a pork chomp. It is in the shape of a bone. It's not rawhide. Jules, Kaarin, did you know that you are not supposed to do rawhide anymore? It's not cool anymore. It's not good for the environment or the dog's environment. I don't know. Something about rawhide is no good. It's rawhide free. They take the skin of a pig and they wrap it up around this, I don't even know what it is. It's like a milk bone or something, like a really super hard milk bone. And then they press it, they push it in, and they make this thing. It's a pork chop. It looks like a big fat pork chop.
Sounds good.
It does. It looks delicious.
Why is it your dog gets that? I was over at my friend's house and they've got this bone that my friend's chewing on, and I'm playing with the dog as he's gnawing on this bone, and my friends are looking at me giggling, and it's the bone from a bull's penis. And
that's how they do it in Canada, I guess. I don't know. Jeez. Hey, I don't have any judgment over what you guys give your dogs. It's no judgment here. We give them pork chomps over here because we love our dogs, okay? I don't know what you guys do, but that's okay. But she, I just changed the gender on my dog. She loves the pork chomp so much, it keeps her busy the entire night. And because I'm just lazy this week, I just did not buy the pork chomp, and I bought these things they are called retriever sticks. If anyone has ever heard of a retriever stick, they are delicious. They have peanut butter inside of them, but here's the rub. They only last about 30 seconds with this dog. So what she does is she just kind of goes up, inches her way up, and starts pulling at my shirt, pulling at my sleeve, and she wants another one. So I give her another one, and she goes away for 30 seconds. And then at that point, she thinks I'm like a treat vending machine. So she just keeps coming back and back and back. And it's going to be for an interesting show. So we'll see how we go. But that's my story for the week. It's not very synth wavy, but it's my life. It's the real deal. Like I said,
It's Dennis and
It's the real deal. And I did have a McRib today, Jules, so I'm so sorry.
Fuck off. Oh, man. You bastard.
It was really good, I have to say. It was really good. I was really talking some junk on
You know what?
the McRib.
That was gleefully out of my mind. I wasn't thinking about it, and then you just
I was just, I do think of you when I order the McRib. I'm
pulled
like,
you right back in.
I gotta just do it for Jules, and I did. I thought of you. I thought about how much you would love to have
buy
one.
a few extras, throw them in the freezer, so you never know when I might come see you and
All right, I will indeed do that.
bust one out of the freezer. I don't
Kaarin,
care
do they
how
have
many-
McRibs over there yet?
Probably. I don't know. I haven't checked.
Did you
I
know that
refuse to freeze them for him.
it is back?
Just somebody
Farewell.
smuggle me some McRibs across the border.
It's the farewell tour. It's going to be great. It's one and done. That's it. Never going to see a McRib ever again.
I don't believe it.
Neither do I. Let's go ahead into our top story, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Top story of the evening. Synthwave charity album benefiting Doctors Without Borders is now available for purchase. Yes, this is a very cool charity album. It is called Synths Without Borders, Volume 1, and it features Connor, Ashuri, Demi K, Johnny Cobra, Draven, and Kenshiro. You guys know all those artists, right?
I do.
Yeah, good artists.
Kenshiro Plus.
With some, yes, the plus, I forgot the plus,
Yeah.
yes. I thought it was a typo. But yes, they are indeed putting this album together. It is on sale right now. It is amazing. It is to benefit Doctors Without Borders, which I guess, what are they? The doctors that train other doctors all around the world and kind of go into, I guess, some of these countries that need doctors and help them out to help people. They're people helping people, right? I guess that's the bottom line.
Look at that. Destarian beat me with the link in the chat.
Hey, Destarian is always on his game. So, yeah, definitely pick up this album. It is an amazing, amazing fun ride, and it's great. It's pay what you want. Everything goes to charity. 100% of the profits go to charity. And if you pick it up on Bandcamp Friday, well, there you go. You got absolutely 100% of the profits going to a really cool charity. So we do have a little story on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it to our good old friend, Mr. Reinhold.
Oh, yay.
He's got a little bit of information on the album. He's going to tell you a little bit more about it. So Reinhold, are you out there, my friend?
Greetings, salutations, and, well, hello. It's Reinhold here. I'm having be a little bit sneaky beaky, on account of the fact that, the jazz club has been closed for a little while now. Some spooky goings on. I was actually going there to get my usual, 4 margaritas, sort of pre-drinking. It's where little thing we used to do back in the old day, where you drink, before you drank, you see. And so I was going in, and there was this little sort of specky weirdo wearing a T-shirt on it, and it was rather amusing. You'll love this. It had a ghost on it, right? And he had a little thumbs down symbol, and you'll never guess what he was saying. He was saying "boo," boo, as in, you know what ghosts do. Well, anyway, I was probably laughed a bit too loud there. So what I've had to do, my chickens, is I've had to hide back here at the old working men's club. I'm in a closet, so to speak. Not in the there was that one time in the 1970s. I mean, everyone was doing it. No, but I'm not. Beside the point, I can't be too loud. I've managed to sneak a bottle of Henny, which I've heard is quite the popular drink amongst the wavy folk, you know, the bleeps and the bloops and all that. Yes. So I was hoping to get a couple of pictures on my iPhone 4 of me with this Henny, but I cannot get the damn thing to connect to the internet. But what I have been able to do is use it to record this. Now, you're probably wondering, Reinhold, little chap, why are you recording this missive? Well, here's the thing. I like to do a bit of charity work every now and then, It keeps El Texarino from sniffing round the old accounts, and there's some rather interesting gold I've got in a Swiss bank account that I don't want to talk about. It's all right, but yes, we need to keep that on the DL. As you would say. So here, I've got something for you, and I think you should check it out. It's called Synths Without Borders, and it's a kind of an album, a compilation. It's a charity album, and it benefits Doctors Without Borders, and so they're doctor chaps who and chapettes, let's not forget those, who go all around the world helping lesser developed countries like Rwanda and the UK, and teach them how to be doctors and how to help save lives and give training and vital sort of things like that. And some of the artists here are Connor Asherai, Dimmy K. He did that rather good Game of Thrones thing, didn't he? It was very good, yes. Ginny Cobra, Draven, and Kenshiro Plus. I'm assuming it's Kenshiro Plus, that's what is written here. Maybe he started out as Kenshiro, then he completed the game. Little gaming reference there. You didn't think Reinhold played games, did you? Well, I do. I nearly completed Dark Souls once. Yes, but I still... It's alright, no, it's just a waiter. It's gone past the closet. Yes, that's it. Go on. There he is. Okay, right. So, what was I about? It doesn't matter. Now, Synths Without Borders Volume 1 is out on Bandcamp. And all the money that you spend on it is going towards Doctors Without Borders. So I feel like you should do it. I'm not being paid to say this. It's just that I do believe in charitable work, or at least, publicly. That's what I'm saying, if you catch my drift. So yes, now hopefully I can wait out here until I pass out, and then whatever they do when they find me, it won't really matter. I've woken up in a few skips before in my time. It's I call them nearly there B&B. You see, because it's nearly a home. It's nearly as good as an Airbnb. But obviously, if you wake up in a skip, they're not going to ask you to clean it up afterwards. And if they didn't want me to bring in a live deer for a spot of hunting, they should have said the first time. It should be in the fine print. But I went over that with a fine-tooth comb, and I didn't see anything like that before. So they can F and Jeff themselves, quite frankly. Right, my chickens, I'm hoping that in the next couple of days, the jazz club will be open, because I've grown quite fond of that Maurice chap and his wonderful stories. We couldn't repeat most of them here, but he's quite the character. Yes. I do hope everything's all right over there. I guess we'll find out soon enough, won't we? Well, until next time, if I can figure out how to get this thing across to the guys at Night Ride FM, I'll see you next time, and stay safe, always wax your mustache, and never tip a waiter if he asks you to leave your elephant gun at the door. Okay, right, see you later. Bye, love you.
All right, thank you very much, Reinhold. Somebody please open up Mr. Fusion. We don't want Reinhold in the closet anymore. Come on now. This is too much to ask here. So that was our good old buddy Reinhold talking about that wonderful charity album. Go out and buy that link and just click on it and put your PayPal in there, or whatever you kids do. You guys still use PayPal or Venmo, Zelly? I don't know. How do you pay for things? Your Zelmo?
You know what? I think people need to hear a track from that album.
You know what? I think we should definitely play a track from that album.
So, you know what? You mentioned Draven on there. We've got Dimmy K as well, and a bunch of other artists. But Draven has been on fire lately.
He has. He's been, like, every time I hear chatter, especially in the Night Ride Discord, it is like his name, like, over and over and over again. So like, he must be doing something right.
I do believe we do have some Draven interview coming up in the future.
Yes, I
Nice.
believe so.
So let's play a track from this Synths Without Borders Volume 1. This one's Draven with Deluge of Fear, right here on Night Ride FM.
Any identification on the victim?
No, looks like the same killer. This was on the body.
No link so far to any of our suspects.
Clearly, she didn't die from the fall.
And that was Deluge of Fear by Draven. And we're having a little bit of a side discussion here. Whether or not Ligers are real. Does anyone know out there in the chat room? I say that they are completely made up because...
Oh, they are. I've seen photos and videos. They're huge, man.
Were they drawings? Was it like pictures of Bigfoot?
No. It's people with them as pets. They're just massive. And they're usually like white or something.
You are
like
shitting me.
Nah.
You're pulling my leg right now.
You can take a lion and a tiger and breed them. You just can't breed a liger. You can't.
What?
They're like mules. They're sterile.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks, squirrel.
That's crazy. And why would we have this abomination in our world?
Because they look awesome. Dude, they're monstrous. They're just.
This is how the world is going to end. Forget the environmental impact. Forget all the nuclear annihilation. We are going to be destroyed by the ligers. I'm telling you right now, somebody's going to mess up. They're going to breed one of these animals, and all of a sudden, this thing is going to start breathing fire and breathing like radiation, and like the world is over because we want to breed badass, cool-ass animals. And I'm afraid for us as a species, Jules.
You not ready for Liger King?
Liger King?
Liger King.
That sounds like a fast food restaurant. I want to go to the Liger
Disney's
King.
latest movie. And those drop bears from Australia.
What is
Oh, you
wrong?
guys didn't watch Tiger King.
What is wrong with society? I don't understand it.
We don't have time to get into that.
All right, more synthwave.
You know what? First of all, I just want to let everyone know we are joined tonight by Joe Lokay.
Yes.
Joe, location, always on location. Hi,
What's
Joe.
up, Joe? My main man.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome,
Turn it
man.
up, bruh.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Turn it
Joe's-
up, my friend. Your microphone is a little quiet, but we're going to crank you up. We do a sound check.
Thank you.
There you go. This is how we do the sound check. In fact, I was just talking about Jules when we do the sound check. I listen for the squeak of his chair because he's got that leather chair that sounds like he's farting. And if I don't hear the squeak, I'm like,
Sounds like a balloon.
Jules, it's a little low. And that's how we do it. That's a professional.
The rubber squeaky fart chair.
Squeaky fart chair, yes. In fact, yeah, indeed. That's a real story.
Now, Joe is a rabid Von Kaiser fan, like the rest of us, like pretty much everyone.
Yeah. I think everyone is.
So,
at
I
this
mean,
point.
if Von Kaiser doesn't travel 1,000 kilometers, or I'm sorry, you guys are Americans, miles to see you,
Right.
then there'll always be people who travel 1,000 miles to see Von Kaiser.
Yeah. And Joe actually came out to Philadelphia to come see. I drove for 20 minutes. I was very excited about that. Well, let's just bring them on. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's time. Yeah, let's bring on.
We're talking
David-
about them like they're not even
I
here.
know.
So.
Let's bring on David and Squirrel from Von Kaiser.
Ladies and gentlemen, David and Squirrel.
Where? Where? Who?
The squirrel has no name.
I have no name.
There they are.
Hello to Moose and Squirrel.
Squirrel is Kaylin's nickname. I don't know that has publicly been ever said.
I think so.
I think
No, we said it.
we say it out loud publicly, but I don't know that.
You do say it on every show.
I don't think I think most people should remember that Dennis's nickname Groot came from you guys.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
It
So
did?
It did.
we got Groot and Squirrel, and I don't know what the rest of us are called, but
Our
Groot and
name.
Squirrel. That
Is it
sounds like a
Groot?
cereal.
The rest of us are just boring humans with boring names.
Yeah.
We are so happy to be back, guys. It feels like it's been forever.
yes.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm so. It has been forever. My God, you guys
I
are a little
know.
late on this one.
No, May 4th came and went, and everybody was miserable, and everybody had a miserable summer, waiting and waiting and waiting.
It's so
Oh.
depressing.
And now
Oh.
the new album is upon us.
November 4th.
Yeah, we are so excited to put this one out, honestly.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, it's weird. Like
Friday.
we felt bad May 4, honestly, but we were nowhere near ready.
Guys,
Yeah, I think it would have just the whole record would have sounded like a early Blockbuster ad. Like with 4 tracks of that, you know.
almost made me spit my drink out.
But like a cable TV one, you know, like
Yeah.
Walmart.
It would have been entertaining,
Right.
Yeah,
just like not good.
you got to cut like at least 12 songs if you're gonna make like an 11-song record.
Right.
That's actually a good question. Did you guys really cut a large amount of stuff? Like when you guys make
Yeah.
albums, do you like put out like 23 songs and then just like whittle away, whittle away, whittle away?
Not that many usually. I think when we're writing, we write with the intent of putting it on the album. You know, like people who date for marriage. But sometimes it doesn't work out, you know? So
hope
you
this
just
one
gotta
lands
cut
somewhere.
them loose.
Oh boy.
Von
Hoping
Kaiser
that's
playing
from
it fast and
experience.
loose.
Hey!
Hey yo.
Hey, oh.
You know, it's like it is not a thing that I think anyone goes into to intending to do, but like was start working on a song, and then we like a song, and then that
Yeah.
song becomes like the vibe.
Right.
And so then after that, any song that doesn't really like slot into the vibe then feels like, well, it's on the chopping block potentially. Like,
Yeah.
and we did cut way more from this one
We
than,
cut
than Animals.
like
Because we only cut
4
like
or 6.
we only
something
cut
like
4
that.
from Animals, and we cut 8 from this one
We
actually.
did.
Wow.
We cut a bunch
Never mind.
early on too. Like we'd work on something and then be like, I don't know, this isn't working, and so we'd just let it go. But we have things left over that we could revisit and see if it works. But a lot of times we come up with a new idea that's now.
The thing too is
So-
like, as some people know, we used to be a trio, and we started this record with Jake still with us. And then as like we got kind of going, it became very evident that I just think that he didn't want to be here anymore. He was looking to change his life in some ways, and I think for us, music was what we wanted to do, and for him, music was like a side thing, and it was getting in the way of his life. And so we parted, I think on relatively good terms, but we were kind of left with a vacuum of a bunch of shows to play,
Yeah.
Right.
and then a record to try to get out in May. And it's
Yeah.
like, at the end of the day, we just kind of had to prepare for shows. So that's how our friend Rick
Yep.
kind of came in, and he jumped on board.
Well, we weren't ready or really knowing if we wanted to be a duo. Like we weren't 100%, and everything that we had set to go for these shows was meant for 3 people on stage. So
Right. You had to rewrite your entire stage show, I guess, right?
yeah, so it was easier to just bring in our friend and teach him everything in like 2 weeks, basically. So we were in
Wow.
there a lot. We were
Figure
in there
out what Jake was doing and
trying to
teach it to him in
figure,
2
yeah,
weeks.
because
that
we
was
didn't.
the tough part.
I had to learn.
'Cause everybody has
all
their
of
own
Jake's
parts,
parts, and then figure out. Okay, teach them, and then, all right, here we go. And so we played. We played in Minneapolis.
We played a
right?
few shows with Rick, and
And
then,
then-
Rick's got a full-time job as a paralegal, and he's runs also a side, like he does like wedding bartending and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's no time for him to be in a full-time
Right.
project, and so
I don't think he knew what he was getting into. I mean, he did. He
he
said
wasn't
that.
getting into it anyway.
He wasn't.
as far as that. But
Yeah.
but he actually did come in and help us kind of organize some stuff for the record, which was super helpful.
Yeah.
And put in some input. So like we had
Yes.
Jake in here, we had him in here, and then at the end, really it was just Kaarin and I finishing it
Yeah.
together. I think that was the way. That's when we decided we knew we were going to be a duo, because our RPM just shot way up when it was just her and I working.
Right.
Like we could spitball off each other real fast, and then it became super evident to us that it had just been her and I doing this the entire time, all along. Even when we had Jake and there was more of us in here, he was sort of an executor, but it was her and I that were sort of having that artistic back and forth, if that makes sense.
We were always on the same page too. So whereas we would have to talk through things and do we want to do this? Do we want to do that? Most
Right.
of the time, David and I are literally thinking the same thing.
Like
so,
I'll be like this, and then she'll go bing, 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 and then I'll be like, that's it,
all right, done.
Bing, bing.
Bing, bing, bing.
Well, I guess that does make sense. I mean, when you have too many cooks in the kitchen, you can sometimes
Exactly it.
muddle things up.
Glenn Darfold's made a kind of a cool video that he put out the other day of him just in his process, which I thought was cool.
Yep.
I don't have the balls to make anything like that. I might one day, but I just feel like I just look like a fool. I don't know. He's so kind of distinguished, and he's got that cool like accent to go with it. But he was talking about how he does everything alone, and he doesn't have anyone to spitball ideas back and forth with, and that just made me realize how glad I am, to be able to have Kaarin here to do that with, and I think it makes our process better for it. So anyway.
All right. So, man, I don't even know where to start. Jules,
Well.
what do
So
we got
had
here?
we had canned questions like, do you make music?
I love Sam.
Don't read the script.
Go ahead. If you got questions, fire them off.
Yeah,
Like that-
We have
Certainly.
no questions, honestly. Or do we?
No.
I didn't even
Well,
look at the
okay, so
script. today.
you know what? I think let's play a track first, because
Yes.
we've got VK superfan Joe on with us, and since I knew he was coming on, I figured we'd load up a track from your debut album way back in 2019.
His
Landline.
favorite song.
Now, actually, for those, I pity sorry, Joe. I just gotta say, I pity folks who. The track that put me onto you guys was Mona Lisa Overdrive, which you can't find anywhere anymore.
You do this to us every time we.
Nah, I know. You know what? I was gonna play it tonight just to.
I wouldn't have bothered. You know what? We're talking about redoing it.
We are, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because it was awesome. But anyways, you know what? I deferred, and I'll let Joe pick his favorite song for tonight.
Oh my goodness, thank you. This is Von Kaiser with Crystal Lake. Thank you.
What if he had said jetpacks?
Be like, I'm not ready for that.
Redo.
One moment, please.
All right, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Von Kaiser with Crystal Lake.
I've never felt this way before. Sitting here under the moon, the stars. I've never been so happy before.
And that was Crystal Lake by Von Kaiser.
Yeah, that was from the album Landline way back in 2019.
Yeah.
That song was supposed to be ironic. Like, originally was going to be written to be like a Camp Crystal Lake, like Friday the 13th. Like, everything's so nice and everyone is murdered, you know?
You do like an Aqua type song?
Kind of like we just, then once we got into it, we were like, maybe we shouldn't do that. It feels a little like, a little disingenuous.
It was nice. And I want to talk about the harmonies that you guys do. And I think we've talked about this a few times before. And you guys being a duo and you guys sharing the vocals and everything like that. With the new album, which we're going to talk about, but you guys always have this harmony that I love. I think it's probably the biggest thing that I enjoy about your sound is the harmony that you guys have, and the fact that it's a very untraditional synthwave type of harmony, you know, where you're doing like 2-part harmonies, triple harmonies, and I think it's really cool. I guess I don't really have a question, but
I was waiting for it.
There's that.
So you guys harmonize?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, we sometimes our voices are sung together.
Yeah.
No, but in truth, like we have been asked that question before by other interviewers about the fact that not a lot of people in synthwave are doing sort of traditional vocals, and at times in the studio we pull back a little bit because we have this thing we call it country wave.
Yeah, country wave.
It gets a little too much. Yeah, you know, we gotta like go no.
But I'm all in for that because that's your
vibe.
We
know you're in.
We know you're in for it.
That's
but like,
your vibe.
You got to keep what audience we have.
You guys are from Michigan. You
imperative.
Yes.
No, but I thought about you on this record.
Nice.
Because you have always remarked about falsetto and your secret love of falsettos. So this thing is jam-packed with it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
Vocally, this is probably my best record I've ever
Yes, I think we will do a collab with Dennis G as a 4th harmonizer.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Me answering the question in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't sing very well. I
Right.
do.
We should have just brought you up in Philadelphia. That would have been.
I'm like William Shatner when William Shatner sings a song.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're like, we had a thing before we knew what love was.
That's exactly it. That's it.
No, Dennis, you're supposed to sing, not speak.
Right.
I was singing.
That was singing. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, anyway, you guys have a.
Want me to do it.
I love the vocals. I love the new album. I have only heard 2 songs, which we're gonna play tonight. But let's talk about the new album. What's the deal? What's the vibe? What are you guys vibing at right now?
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's an entire vibe.
The title of the album comes from the 5th song on the record, which is called Tides, which is a song actually about addiction. So this is the thing too, like we kind of go down these rabbit holes that are kind of non-80s things, but it's not like this stuff wasn't happening in the 80s, but it's not palm trees and vacation and sand and beaches. But what we're trying to do is I guess like see if there's room in the genre for real topics, but also using that synth style to tell a story instead of just saying, I'm going 165 mile an hour down the road in a Ferrari in the middle of the night next to palm trees, Rad Racer 2.0. Like I love that. Like nobody loves a 1990s Pepsi commercial more than me, but like as a writer, as an artist in this genre, to try to come up with something fresh, it's like, I would say it's as hard as a challenge as like being in the metal genre now. You know, we have so many people making so many cool things, and to try to come up with something new. So the concept of this record, The End is the Beginning, for us was just to go back to the start. Like, so we started listening to Landline a lot, and we started listening to Ghosts of Miami and our EPs, and we wanted to know like what is the things that sort of we started with, and we tried to take this record and make it an amalgam of all the other 3 that had come out prior and the other 2 EPs. And so I feel like for us, for Kalen and I, we did that. You know, we achieved that. Whether or not anyone else will ever think that is obviously we'll find out this Friday. But
Yeah.
But for us on this one, the vibe really was to try to like still be in the genre, but also maybe push the boundaries of subject matter. Of course, there's still a song about changing into a werewolf, still a song about aliens,
Still a song about androids.
still a song about a guy who's an android who comes back home and wonders if anyone noticed he's an android or not. You know, I mean, we're still
Nice.
quantity science fiction nonsensical, I would say, compared to say The Weeknd. But
The Who?
yeah, that guy.
You get that guy. Yeah.
I mean, and mad respect, like, you know, people are doing some cool stuff, but it's just for us, like, we're trying to drive a path and see if it sticks, you know, see if there's any interest in what we're trying to do. Like, I love what Droid Bishop has been doing. Honestly,
yeah.
like, I feel like he's been taking that sort of Ital Disco 70s and merging it with like service merchandise catalog commercials and just this whole thing. It's got a coolness to it, and it may not be like the most bass heavy or the most like synth heavy, but it's got a vibe. And so we were trying to kind of hit our own vibe, you know. So it's one of those things where I think we're just gonna have to hurry up and wait and see what people think, you know. Honestly, at the end of the day, so
Which is crazy because like I don't want to wait for that, and also I think that we're going back to our roots on this album quite a bit, but also it's different. So it's kind of like
the end is the beginning.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
what
This is your
Yeah.
this is your fourth full length album, right?
It
Yes.
is. Yep.
And so you had a couple of singles and EPs smattered around between.
And some collabs here and there. We haven't done
yes.
many collabs. We've done more collabs that haven't been published than we have had published.
Oh. Will anyone ever hear them?
Well, it's up to the artist that we did them with, but I doubt
Gotcha.
it.
Yeah.
We actually did a really, 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 really cool one with Strap Locked, and it just died on the vine.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think honestly, he kind of went underground for a time. Like, I haven't talked to him in probably over a year.
I heard
He's
you
in
guys.
a better place. Hit him up.
Yeah, he's surfaced again. And I heard you
I
guys
was doing
also
a show
were-
actually in Florida with Grant at one of his things, or he was going on something. I saw that he was resurfaced there, so that was cool.
Ooh, well, that's a great segue into something that we had mentioned last week, Dennis, on our top story, right? Dennis, no, maybe
Oh,
so.
you're all alone.
Okay, well, anyways, so Neon, the guys who do the Neon Rhode Island,
Right.
which was sent off the rails
right,
in
right.
2019 because of, or 2020 or 2019. It went off the, no, 2020. It went off the rails because of
Yeah.
some virus that was going around. I don't know.
What
Weird.
virus?
But yeah, so you guys were going to play that. Now Grant has announced that Neon is back on, but this time it's going to have palm trees. It's going to be in Tampa, Florida. And you guys, you were telling us something.
Yeah.
So
We are.
we've been
We're
asked to
confirmed
be we've been
play
asked to be
that,
part of it,
so-
and
Oh, cool.
yeah,
That
so
is so awesome.
yeah, the 2020 lineup is like Grant's doing a really cool thing of just basically extending the invite to everyone that was going to be on the show for 2020 to recreate that lineup, because I thought it would have been. I mean, the lineup for that show was going to be super cool.
But yeah, we're like yes.
So yeah, the first I wrote him in just a chat, and he wrote back, yes, I'll be sending out official things, but basically we'd love to have you on the show, like, you know. And we were like, cool, we're in, you know. So
Sweet.
yeah, it's going to be super cool. I mean, Tampa. I can tell you a small thing that I know is that he told me that when they walked in and saw the venue where they're having it, it is an older style vapor wavy hotel in Tampa.
Oh.
And he was just like, the vibe and the whole appearance and aesthetic of the place was just off the hook. He's like, I couldn't have picked a better place.
That's it. I got to get a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh my
I
God,
gotta
go.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Amazing.
and he's adding 2 new lounges and stuff. They you know, he's had the last 2 years to kind of formulate what he wants to do down there. So we're like
It's gonna
super
be
excited.
rad.
It is absolutely going to be insane. I can't wait, honestly. Jules, you are coming, right? You definitely have your...
I will try and make it unless life throws me a curveball.
All right, life's been throwing a lot of
Well,
curveballs lately.
I think my ticket is still valid too. He was saying that tickets are.
Yes.
I mean, I think I got a refund on the flight and the hotel. I don't remember getting a refund on a ticket, so I think I've still got a valid ticket.
Very good. Yeah, he is honoring tickets. If you didn't get them back, he is honoring that.
Are there tickets on sale yet?
Tickets are not on sale. I think they're going on sale around January.
Okay, so I guess that makes sense. They haven't announced any of the lineup yet.
But
we're supposed to assume that's the same.
I am stoked. I'm super stoked. Gonna be Von Kaiser all over the place, and it's gonna be a fun time. And yeah, I'm very excited. I'm excited for the new sounds of Von Kaiser, and the performance is always top notch. And why don't we just could we just play one of your new tracks?
Okay. Before we do that, I got a quick shout out because there's a bunch of people who have joined in the chats. We've got the Last Starfighter in the chats.
Ooh.
We got V, which I believe is V Vampire.
Hey, all right.
And Kit's tuned in and overseeing the chat. We've got Hearts and Beta.
Snux Kid.
And Craig Packman. So both of them, I believe, from the land down under. We've got Joshua Brown over in the YouTubes, and we've got Mick in the IRC. We've got Ethenos, and what is it? Tabe then Lynn, or Tabitha Lynn.
Sure.
Yeah, and Jimmy.
So,
yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Very nice. Very nice.
So
yeah.
Okay, I gotta give everyone a heads up because I listened to these tracks today. Squirrel sent them over, and this track we're about to play. Most folks know who the artist Seal is, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Oh no! I showed him that you said that.
Oh man. Okay, this track. Quick shout out to Daniel Zimbowski.
All right.
But yeah, so this track we're gonna play from the new album. The end is the beginning. I was about to say the beginning is the end because I've been jokingly saying that, which is dropping this Friday, November 4th. This track, yeah, it's called Howling Mind.
It's great. It reminds me of Thriller for some reason. I don't know why. This is like your Thriller.
We'll take it.
David goes all Seal in this.
And, I will also take it. I don't know where or why, but I will take it. Yeah, right. I mean, basically, I've been singing a lot of "Kiss from a Rose" at karaoke.
Yeah,
I guess like in the early
love
summer.
Seal. So if we go to karaoke, I'm like, please sing this Seal song. And he's like, fine.
I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah, this is the werewolf song. Basically, this is honestly just about. It's a metaphor werewolves? Too. But about a guy who basically becomes a werewolf, but he's like a real timid guy. So he's like kind of doesn't want to be a werewolf, but he has no choice but to go out and hunt for meat.
Does he like apologize afterwards?
That you should listen to it.
All right. Listen to the lyrics. And we could talk about it too a little bit more when we're done, and your new sound and all that good stuff that we're very excited about. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is Von Kaiser, brand new stuff. It is called Howling Wind. Mind. God damn it. Right here on Night Ride FM. I'm fired.
Sometimes I hope, and the moon
Oh, yes. Once again, that was Howling Mind by Von Kaiser. I didn't mess it up.
You're forgiven. That's all
I
good.
didn't mess it up. Well,
By
you
the
know,
way,
here's
This
the
is
thing.
if people like a live show, like you kind of honestly like
You
gotta-
literally just gave me the track.
there's a margin of error that is allowed, I think. But I mean,
By the way, we are live. I got a quick shout out to Big Bad RPG
Hey.
and Sonny Crockett, and I think it's Without D
Without
or
D.
WOD.
Without the
But,
D.
yeah, and
I don't know.
Armia, who is
Not
joined
where
us.
I wanna
So
be.
thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Very good.
Okay, so that song, oof. So not only the guitar, you got the guitar solo going on, but there's some orchestral stuff going on in the background, which I'm loving.
Yeah. You got horns. You got little plucky things. I feel like I'm at like a disco rave kind of thing for werewolves, like a werewolf disco. That's where I'm feeling
We
about.
brought back the sax guy from.
Oh, the guy who did all the work
actually,
for
both
the
of them, yeah.
for a
There's
plate
two
of chicken
sax
wings.
But the horn sound is an alto sax and a soprano sax.
Are they real horns?
Yeah, yeah.
But they're
Aw,
each
you
of the
guys.
players, one from Landline and one from Ghosts, mixed together. They both did a track, so like
Amazing.
they're both mingled together. So we used both guys that we had on the first record and the second, and then like our friend Caleb, who's performed live with us a few times, and then Mocha, who was originally on Landline, who was in the Landline video. That's the guy in the big trench coat.
Yeah.
But he came back and played on a couple tracks on this record, and then Caleb came back. He was on Deanna, and he was all over like Ghosts of Miami and stuff, and he also did a couple tracks on this. So we're gonna try and work in sax into the live show, I think, again too.
That would be
for sure
wicked.
for Neon, probably.
That'd be
But,
crazy wicked awesome. I mean,
yeah.
Neon has such a great lineup, but like I really feel like they seem to have a lot of single producers and stuff like that. Like you guys are a full band, and like I'm just stoked.
And yeah, let's talk about the lighting. I mean, I have dreams of having lighting in my place, like Von Kaiser does on their stage. Wherever they play.
In your house, then you could just have lighting.
For real.
You guys, you've got this trailer that you take everywhere you go,
Yeah.
and I've been privy to how it gets packed. It's like Tetris,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you
Joe
guys.
has actually packed it.
Joe has packed.
Oh,
I've been
you
there
too,
to
Joe.
unpack it and load it onto the stage.
Yeah.
He has done that.
My
It's
God.
amazing.
So all your lights are connected through some DMX lighting, synced up to your music. It's batshit insane. How the hell do you do it?
How do you do it?
I'll give a shout out right now. We have a retired Marine veteran. His name is Marshall Vandermeer. He comes out to every show with us. Some of you guys have met Marshall. I know Dennis and I know Joe has met Marshall a few times.
Yes.
Yeah, he's great.
He's awesome.
Neon, I don't know if you met Marshall when you were here or not, but
Yeah, I did. Didn't I?
Oh, you did?
yeah, I thought.
Yeah, I went for brunch with him on the Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
Cool.
Him and his girlfriend. Yeah.
No.
That was somebody else.
That
was okay.
Somebody else.
No, I think that was the only show that he did not make because
Yeah.
he was sick.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
think he was.
But
was
he
out of
helps us with our like selling our merch and stuff. He also helps us put everything together
He is
because
like-
two of us together trying to set up is like
Yeah, I can
So
imagine.
it. So becoming a duo,
It's a
we
lot.
quickly learned that like having like a 5'2", 100-pound girl and a 185-pound 6'1" person alone trying to set up light trusses that go over your head.
I can't do
6.5
it. I
feet.
literally can't.
She can't reach it.
I
Like,
can't- yeah.
Well, you know what? I know who'd help you if you were in Seattle. playing.
oh, for sure. But it has grown. The show has grown, and we just wanted. Honestly, it's Perturbator's fault. I mean,
Yes, that
I'm just gonna
guy.
be honest. Like, it's Perturbator's fault.
We opened
It's
for
always
for them, yeah.
We opened for them at the Pyramid Scheme in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and their light show was insane.
just so
it was
good.
An entirely like the whole back wall behind them was
Yep.
just a
Okay.
wall of lights.
I
just
just-
stop rubbing it in, because that was the tour where after they left you guys, they were coming to play in Toronto and they got held up at the border.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they arrived at the venue 1 hour into the first act,
Oh my god.
so they couldn't set up their lights.
I think I heard about
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah. But I turned to her and I just said, we need to do that. Like, it just takes electronic music.
Yes.
And I think as an artist in this genre, it's tough because you have two things. You have either people who are singing and playing an instrument, or you have people who are DJing and they're at a table,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
to try and create interest in the live portion of our genre, I think the lighting is super important and intrinsic.
Yes.
And for us just being a duo now, you know,
It also takes skills, right? I mean, you can, if you do bring your own lights, and you are gonna get, obviously lighting that's synced to the music is best lighting. It takes another skill to program your lighting. You know,
you guys know who Phaserland is, I assume.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he's
Right.
from Michigan as well. Ross and I have had a couple conversations because he's actually trying to expand his light show. And it's interesting because he's digging into programming and trying to come up with stuff to do, you know, for his own show to get it together. And it just made me realize when I was talking to him how deep down this rabbit hole we've now gone. And it's almost to the point now where, like, thinking of playing without the lights. Like this summer we did a couple of outdoor shows. It was okay,
Fine.
but it was like it just doesn't feel like us.
It was fine. People still liked it. People still came up and was like, "Oh my gosh, wow!"
But like, yeah, but
that's
like,
so different.
you know
But
what I'm
like,
saying? Like, it doesn't feel, because
You
we
just want
rehearse
them
with
to
it
come to a
every
real
time.
show.
But the drawback is we can't play any song until we program lights, which takes about
Right.
2 to 3 hours per song to do. So
Wow.
for every song that's on the set, we did, you know, 2 to 3 hours of programming to make sure that gets done. And it is time consuming. So it means that we have to pick and choose our songs carefully. We can't just like play everything or anything that we want, because obviously it's all synced to the music, you know?
Yeah.
Somebody had mentioned the horns and Howling Mine. I just wanted to say something about that song real quick. Do you guys remember that, the song by Average White Band? It's like their biggest song.
Oh yeah.
I had that arrangement in my head for whatever reason, and like in Howling Mine, my goal was to try to make those horns sound like that
Yeah,
song.
it does. It's Pick Up the Pieces by
Right,
Average
yeah,
White.
that song. That is exactly the vibe I wanted for those horns, and I kind of feel like it did capture that to an extent. Like we got them kind of sounding a little bit more dark. That song, they're not as brassy as some other
Yeah.
70s songs were.
Yeah.
So
Kudos. Going back, way back on that one.
way back,
That
yeah.
was,
Very
that
nice.
was Caleb.
I love it. I love this new sound. I love the new Von Kaiser sound. I feel like it's a kind of a sprinkling of everything that you guys do.
A soupçon of I don't know.
Yes,
I
that
thought we were
word.
moving to Montreal for a second there.
That word that Jules used. Now,
Bring out the special sauce.
do you guys lean into the wavelengths type of sound, where you have like, your 6-minute song that kind of?
I think so.
All right,
I mean,
so a
nothing's
little
that
bit of
long.
this, a little bit of that.
Isn't it?
Tides is
Five
Tides is, I think,
something?
the big ballad on the record.
Nice, because you have to have that big ballad.
I will say, I will go on record right now saying that I think it is my favorite song of all time. My
Wow.
personal.
Nice.
But I mean, that doesn't mean anything, because up till now, I think my favorite song up till now was either Glossy or Parkway Tropics from the.
Yeah, that's.
I'm a
such a good
weirdo
one.
about songs like.
Parkway
know.
Tropics really grew on me. It wasn't my favorite from the album, but I learned to like really, really love it. My favorite one from that album was Shadow on Mars. That was
Yeah.
my favorite.
It's
A lot of
interesting.
people
There's a-
like that one.
Yeah,
I think.
I feel like that may make its way onto the set soon. We've been talking about
Conceptually,
playing
conceptually, it was really, really well done, and production-wise, obviously, it was fantastic too. It just had a really good hook that it really kind of spoke to me. So I dug that.
There was a song Joe and I were talking about the other day on Facebook that we put out called "Echoes of the Sun." He had posted a picture of him driving at sundown with with the road in front of him, and it was like the picture that Joe had posted was exactly what like I had in my mind when I was putting that song together. And so like that song came to mind, and now we've been talking about that song, kind of trying to play more of the stuff that never has been showcased before, because there's so much material that we've never been able to play live, or just didn't, either because it took so long, like we said, to program the lights and that, but
or we wrote new music and wanted to play that and also play the hits.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we'll go on our Spotify and see what's popular, and then we'll play that.
But I think like there's songs that need, I think, to be played.
Sure.
You know,
for sure. That whole Echoes EP.
Yeah, we'd love to do it. We'd love to play a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm loving? So as we were playing, like kicked off like with Crystal Lake and stuff, I'm looking in the chats, and everybody has like their favorite Von Kaiser album, and it's not usually always the same one. There's people mentioning Glossy in the chats, people mentioning Echoes, people mentioning Landline, and of course Ghost of Miami. I think that one of the strengths of you guys is you've got a sound for everyone.
Yeah, you really do. And you know what? Speaking of sound, we have another sound of Von Kaiser. And
I say we let Kaarin lead this one.
Yeah. What do you think?
All right. Sure. So yeah, we have another track from the new album. The End is the Beginning, once again out Friday. This one is called Fallen by Von Kaiser, and you're listening to it here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Fallen by Von Kaiser. That was great.
nice.
You did a little
So
bit of that
good.
harmony. A little bit of that harmony in that one.
J Dragon 272 joined us in the YouTube chat. He's like, "Wow, I got here at the right time."
Yeah, you did.
You did.
You did. Snuck
I
in
think,
the back
I
door.
think if you guys want to talk about that song, Kaylin is the one to talk to about it because she was the champion of the Fallen song.
Yeah, it's my favorite off the album.
This was on the chopping block.
It was, and
for
I'm
a
like, no.
Just
Oh,
needs
I
the
love
Dennis
that.
fourth harmony.
Yes, the Dennis fourth harmony.
You pulled it off. Like, you guys really, and I'm going to get technical, and I don't know, as technical as I can get, which isn't really technical. But back to the harmonies. You guys really have mentioned before how you don't really feel like your harmonies blend very well because Kaylin is such a high register, and David, you think that you're kind of like a, I don't know, I would say you're a soprano.
No, I'm a soprano.
Are you?
A soprano is a
tenor.
female voice, a high
tenor and a soprano.
So he's a baritone.
A baritone. See, I don't see
Yeah.
that unless
He's like a
the falsetto throws me off, I guess.
yeah. So his falsetto starts a little bit lower, but his falsetto range is pretty high. So I think that's where people get a little confused. But yeah, no, his voice is naturally kind of a medium low sound, and so it's hard for us to kind of put our voices together where we're both comfortable. But when we do find that range, when we do find that sweet spot, I think it makes a nice thing.
Oh, it's magic. Every
think
time I hear you guys singing in harmony, it's just magic to me.
It's I also, David, you got this little, like, what is it, like a growl or a rasp in your
Right.
voice?
It's
which
very
is-
breathy.
It's well,
And I mean
it's-
that in a good way.
It's like Freddie Mercury had a similar thing.
Lots of whiskey.
Yeah,
a
there you
little
go.
bit, a little bit of smoky, a little bit of whiskey, and good to go.
But it's not country.
Yeah, it's not country.
It's not country.
Did you guys hear the whale noises in that song?
Yes. I thought they were
Ah.
bloop. I was like bloop, bloop.
Yeah, I went on this kick where I was like, listening to star sounds, like. So if you Google it, you can Google sounds frequencies that stars make, or like their wavelengths that they make, and you can actually hear them. Like, they're all
You said
They're like
wavelengths.
radio
You said wavelengths.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I
Getting
was
all
like,
meta.
I want to put star noises in this song, and all the recordings were like they weren't anything that you could put in a song to make it nice. And I was like, you know who also makes some cool noises that are nature and like singing? Whales. And I'm like, what if
Nice.
whales were
this is
really
like-
talking to the
this is
aliens?
Star Trek: The Voyage Home.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
that's funny you say that
Yeah.
because that was the first thing I said. I was like, so Star Trek: The Voyage Home, like. But yeah,
I love that. I love that
the-
little touch.
Yeah, we just like put it in, and it sounded so like creepy, and it landed
Yeah.
on this whole alien vibe, and like the idea of the song is again like it's touching on the Valley of Dying Stars concept. Like we have to have one alien song. We just love that whole feeling, that whole like Roswell sort of. It's not so like the 50s UFO thing so much as like the idea that there's got to be someone out there. I don't know.
Like
We
Joe,
talk
like
about
Joe
it.
just said, like X Files. That kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
exactly. Like we love that science fiction whole just. I don't know. I mean, that's why I was writing about William Gibson when we started. You know, I guess. But
Yeah, another great topic. You've written William Gibson songs?
Well, so that's what Neon was talking about initially. Mona Lisa Overdrive is the title of one of the books.
Oh, right.
And the initial song was written about the book Mona Lisa Overdrive. And it's about several different things, but yeah. So it was on the first record of the same title, and we just kind of felt like the quality was a little bit lackluster at the time, going into making Landline, and so we wanted to make Landline. We wanted to, I guess, do synthwave like right from our perspective. Like we wanted to make our first release. And Kaylin wasn't involved with that one either.
I wasn't.
Right.
She wasn't here yet, and so you know, we just kind of made the decision to pull it, you know, from the internet and stuff. But there's several tracks on there that we feel like are probably good enough to redo and re-release. So we're thinking about doing an EP and just calling it the Mona Lisa Files or something.
Nice.
And
Yes, please, because that song needs to come back. It really does.
It's a banger.
Mona Lisa more overdrive or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we
Overdriven.
Yeah.
Overdriven. Yeah, there you go. Well, very good. This is amazing stuff. There were 2 tracks from the new album. It comes out on November 4th. And it is, I'm telling you, I just got a good vibe. Just from those 2 tracks, like I could see where you guys are going. And just from hearing all of the discussions on where you say that it's going, like I know this is going to be just amazing. So
is the Bandcamp link going to go up like midnight Thursday night?
It will.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys don't believe in pre-orders, do you? You just throw it out there.
So it's Bandcamp Friday.
Ah, yeah, smart.
So we kind of wanted to just maximize Bandcamp Friday. I mean, I don't know if that makes us look bad or not.
No, not at all. I don't think.
You know
I
what?
guess it just happened to be that our album release fell on Bandcamp Friday, and we were like, "How in the hell luck is that?
How did that happen?"
You know what? I'm guilty of. I get all like giddy when I see somebody drop a pre-order, and I forget that it's Bandcamp Friday, because you know me, I always try and wait till Bandcamp Friday, and so I go and purchase it, or you know, I'm buying it because we got a show to do or something, and then I realize, oh damn, if I just waited 12 hours.
Yeah,
right. We don't begrudge anyone at all. I think the pre-release at this point also was because for our VIP patrons, they got the album last week, and so you know we wanted to give them the full treatment of having it a week ahead. And pre-orders usually you get the album early,
or they get a song,
or they get a song or something. So it's like we have this juxtaposition between trying to keep, you know, the Patreon exclusivity going, and then also trying to do something with the pre-order. So, you know, I think we'll probably do one next time. It's just like us literally getting this record done, and then and here's the other thing: The End Is the Beginning is exclusively coming out on cassette, and they are awesome looking. They're like full print cassettes. All the artwork extends around the whole cassette. So VIPs are going to be getting that this week for release. We're going to start sending them
I think
out.
we should probably mention that everybody should head over to patreon.com/Von Kaiser.
Yeah, if you're feeling frisky, we love support.
Yeah, if you're feeling frisky.
You know, and if you don't normally buy an album, if you don't actually feel like streaming, Friday is also my birthday, so if you want to get me a really nice present, it would be really nice if you just streamed or checked it out on Bandcamp, and you know, I'd be eternally grateful. So cool.
There you go.
It is actually her birthday. That's no lie.
Yeah.
Just happened
Love
to fall
you
on
too,
it.
Joe.
So like all these 3 trifectas, like Bandcamp Friday, we decided
Squirrel's
to release
birthday,
on the 4th, her birthday, like, and it just was like, oh. So we're also doing a listening party on Friday for a select few people. We're actually going to play the album back to front in the studio where we made it for people. So their first, you know, if they wait, it'll be their first time hearing it actually in the room we made the whole thing in. And we'll talk about some of the songs if anyone has any questions.
Is that room where you got all the glass in the front? You got your little mixing stuff in the back.
All
and
in the control room. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I forget that you've been here. That's crazy.
Dude, that blew my mind. You got like the party room, you got the recording room, you got the practice room, you got the mixing, producing room, you got this room and that room, you got a room with your cars in it.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's trying to just really make a space where we can feel comfortable and work and not feel like we're sitting on top of each other, you know? Because like some of these guys have some of the coolest like studios in their houses that I see that look so awesome, and there's like synths everywhere, but like they leave and like then there's somebody standing in their kitchen like their like their spouse or their girlfriend or their kid or something, you know what I mean? Like for us here, like for me to be able to come to a space and work, you know, without someone like coming over and tapping me on the shoulder and being like, hey, you know, the coffee pot's still on or something, you know, like, okay, or like, hey, you're parked in the driveway, can you move? You know, that would totally upset my balance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my flow. And so we
I do enough of that already, so
it's super nice. Like we're super blessed to have our own cool spot to do everything in. We've been very lucky to be able to keep it, and we have a great relationship. here in our town, in our city, with the building, you know, where we're at and stuff. So, and our screen printers in the basement, which is super cool. So like,
yeah, you got so many, yeah.
So yeah, it's just kind of cool. It's a cool artsy building that we're in. But
That's
it's low,
incredible.
but there's no crime really, and it's quiet, and so yeah.
Well, sweet.
Quiet until we get here.
Yeah.
Well, very good. I'm very super excited to finally get my hands on this thing in a couple days. It's coming up. You guys got a taste of the new Von Kaiser sound. Let us know if you like it in the IRC. Let us know if you don't. No, just don't say anything if you don't. Just say all
You're
nice
pulling on Miami
things.
Nice 1984.
And yes. So you guys are amazing. You guys are going to hang around, right? We got some more tunes to play and some more things to talk about. And all
Yeah,
that
we're
good
for sure
stuff.
here. We're here for the haul as always. So
Sweet.
All right.
Mr. Jules, I think we're
So-
just about due for some rad tunage. What do you think?
Yes, okay. So my apologies to everyone listening. You won't be hearing any more Von Kaiser on the show. You'll have to wait till Friday. But in the meantime, Aztec, let's see. Aztec has been providing both Kaarin and us with all kinds of wicked tunes lately. They're on fire. So let's kick this off. Austrian artist Lucy Dreams released their deluxe version of the album Gutterfunken on Aztec Records, and there's a remix on there that I just love. It's by Indian artist Popcorn Kid. So this is Lucy Dreams with Silver Lines, the Popcorn Kid remix, right here on Night Ride FM.
Break into another one's mind, 'cause another one's child is just the birth of memory. In every wish you have, along a desire, walk on me. I wanna be higher up above the labor of the power you need to prove. The golden moon, golden moon, golden moon, golden moon, golden, 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 golden. Power you need to prove. The golden moon. I wanna be with you tonight. I wanna walk a silver line now, so we know how. Like a tiger burning bright, you're gonna flip me up in time now, so we know how.
And that was Silver Lines, the Popcorn Kid remix by Lucy Dreams and Popcorn Kid. Very good.
Yeah. Funky.
That was
Funky,
funky,
funky.
man. I was really digging on that one.
Okay.
Funky jams. We got some more funky jams for you guys. We got some awesome album releases too, Jules. I heard that we have a ton of awesome album releases that are coming out, and some of these are not updated. So
No, they're lazy. I put in some because it was Halloween yesterday.
Oh, that's right. That's
and you know what? I can't.
You thought of that. That's really nice.
The best part about synthwave is there's a shit ton of synthwave artists who drop Halloween tracks or
That's
EPs.
true. You're
The
doing a good
synthwave
deed
is
here.
built for Halloween, right?
That's true.
So I had to put a couple in there.
Well, there you go.
I mean, but so, there's the usual dark synth artists who always put out Halloween-y tracks, and we've gone gaga over Beckett's new funky New Jack track.
Speaking of funky.
But here, so you know what? Kaarin's going to help us with this one.
Ooh, yes.
Sure.
So, Dennis, you kick it off.
I will kick it off here October 29th, which was, I don't know, what was that?
Saturday.
A couple days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Nanoverse from Beyond. That was an album that was released. Very nice.
All right, and let's see, the next day, October 30th on Sunday, the TCR. It's been a while since he put some out. He dropped an EP called Ghosts.
And Thursday, November 3rd, not an album or an EP, but a single by Space Pilot 84 and Emily Susik of Woven. The single is called Forgiven.
Ooh.
You'll be hearing that on my show.
Oh, smell me. Well, I get to announce Von Kaiser, who will be putting out The End is the Beginning. It is an album. You guys might have heard of them. November 4th. That is indeed this Friday, so tune in for that.
Sweet.
Friday.
Let's see, November 8th. Hello Meteor's got a new album dropping called 7 Hour Sunset. And if you go on the Bandcamp, if you look at your Bandcamp feed, because you know how we all follow each other, all I saw was Hello Meteor album getting snapped up. So
yeah.
I had to mention it.
Dude, Hello Meteor, for sure.
Recent fan of that. Yeah, really
You didn't
good
know they were
stuff.
from Seattle.
I didn't know.
No.
I didn't.
I actually listen to them all the time too.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is your favorite synthwave artist's favorite synthwave artist.
There you go. You know what? That's true. It's
I
like
stole that from MF Doom, but yeah. If you guys...
Everybody who buys their album, it's just another artist.
MF Doom is it's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Yes.
We got more releases, guys.
All right, let's keep going. Keep it flowing.
Sorry. On the 11th, Max Cruz is dropping his third album, Night Cruise.
Ooh, Max the Sax Cruise.
Yeah.
That's exciting. And November 11th, we have LDV.
18th. November 18th.
What did I say?
You said 11th.
That was Max, yeah.
Well, yeah, that was me messing up. We have on November 18th, we have LDV with Explode. It is an ET. I'm done.
I just had him on the
I
show
can't
today.
say words anymore. I swear, I have not had a drop to drink.
Luke Dawson Vincent.
All right.
Kaarin had him on her show.
Thank you
today.
Thank you for the save. And then we have Strike Eagle with Operation
Mjolnir.
I'm gonna have him on the show on the 15th.
Oh.
Well, Kaarin, you just are way too special for us.
Hoopty-whoopty-doo.
Hoopty-doo,
I don't
Kaarin.
have a
Another
day
one.
job. I
And
have a
all the
day
producers
job.
on her show.
Boy.
There it is.
Oh, so
Definitely looking forward to this one.
yeah. You know what? So this.
Grant Waller and Strike Eagle, for sure.
Yeah. Damn right. And I mean, if you like your, actually, you know what? We have a track. Mr. Graham sent me over. Well, actually, during Kaarin's show today, he had a stream with a listening party for his album, and right afterwards, he dropped the pre-orders for the album. So, Strike Eagle's Operation Mjolnir, you can pre-order it now, and because of that, I was able to snag a track for us tonight. So we'll hear it a little bit later.
Very nice. Very nice.
Awesome.
In the meantime, we have another wonderful artist here. What do you say? Let's drop some more tunes.
Do it. Oh yeah. So, I don't know if most of you know, but In Search of Darkness Part 3 is in the works. So that's that horror documentary about 80s horror movies. And New Retrowave is always, stepping up to do the soundtrack. So, from the new In Search of Darkness Part 3 soundtrack on New Retrowave, here's Danish producer Weiss with Celestis, right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Weiss with what's it called again? Celestis.
Or Skelestis.
You know all these words, Jules.
I don't know.
You know big words.
I don't know. We are here with Von Kaiser, Joe Lokay, Kaarin, Zoe Lee.
Hello, hello.
Now we just get to listen to music.
It's a party. It's a party.
So, I gotta ask. David and Squirrel, what did you guys get up to for Halloween?
Oh, I know you guys went in costume. You had to have gone in costume.
We did a thing.
had
though.
I
She had a
had
costume.
time. I had a time for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. I went as the basic witch.
You went as a
somebody
what?
fell over.
Someone fell.
Did somebody
Okay.
drop the microphone? Joe, did you kick the microphone again?
Fell, and then I can't.
Pele just joined. He's kicked it across the room.
Drop kick
Here's an
the
80s
mic.
reference for you.
All right, so you went as what?
A baby doll
A basic
in the bottom
witch.
of a well.
No, she was a basic witch.
A basic witch. Just
Oh,
a
not
normal
a,
basic.
oh, not a like an advanced extended witch.
No, just like a basic, like one that would have pumpkin spice lattes and
You're
like.
so basic.
Okay, not the deluxe kind. Gotcha.
No, it was very minimal. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on a costume.
Nobody
David?
does.
David, what did you
I
you
did
dress
my
up?
I did my own thing. I had the full scorpion jacket, the racing gloves,
Oh, look
and the
at
hammer,
you.
and I went as Drive. You know, I went as
Of
Ryan Gosling's
course
Drive.
you did.
I wish that I caught a good photo of myself in it, but
Oh, man.
yeah, it was pretty authentic. I got some. Hey, are you Elvis? Hey, are you Johnny from Cobra Kai?
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, no. There was one girl who knew who I was, and she was like, "Oh, you're Drive. That's cool." And I was like,
Let's
"Thanks."
see, this is a curse of synthwave. I mean,
Because you're a human being.
you could be in the biggest city and you can dress up like Ryan Gosling from Drive, and nobody will have a freaking clue who you are.
No, not a clue. But that's beautiful.
So, Dennis,
Yes.
did you take the kids out? Were you dressed up?
I
you do
did. I
anything?
was not dressed up, but I did eat a lot of candy. I ate more than my share of. My thing is, hey, if you're gonna make me carry the candy bag, which my kids do all the time, they're like, "You get to carry the candy bag," and I'm like, "Well, I need to inspect it first of all, and it's payment. It's payment. I'll be honest with you.
There's a tax, right?
And it usually is in the form of 100 grand bars. That is my payment for. But you know what, Jules? I only found 100 grand bar in the sack of candy, and I was a little disappointed. I was a little
You should have
disappointed.
gone back out.
I gave away full size of those, full size boxes.
See, I would go to your house.
Kids who are listening, make sure you go to David's house for Halloween.
Full size candy bars.
Full size candy.
I don't care how much it costs. I will always give away full size, and I'll tell you why. Because a full size candy bar house is a house you remember, and it's the house you want to return to.
That's true.
This is why I do not give out full-size candy bars. I buy the candy for myself and then
Eat it
I
alone.
eat it alone.
It never makes it to the front door.
Yeah,
I
know,
totally
there's
did
never
that
any
too.
front door at her
Right.
house.
I did
Joe.
that with the Heath bars.
Galen's
Joe-
a condo
I totally
dweller.
did it.
There's no.
Joe on location. You there?
Did you go as a helicopter pilot? That would have been cool. I would definitely dig a helicopter pilot.
He did.
I think Joe's
I don't know.
doing number 2 right now, so
think I know.
we'll circle back.
I think we know who kicked over the mic. But for those who wonder why we call him location, or going on a Joe location, Joe is one of the most epic synthwave travelers around. The guy gets around.
He really does.
He's not afraid of planes, and he will go see whomever's playing wherever.
He's not also not afraid of just fucking going.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
Like
Right?
last minute, I'm going. Like
Let's.
he's there.
You know what? After the next song, we need to talk and encourage people and remind them that the most of the fun you get from music is going to see it live.
That's it.
But we get back to that. But Kaarin, what
Yes,
did you
sir.
do? What did you do for Halloween?
For Halloween. Well, I was tasked with handing out candy. Sort of. I didn't really have to see anybody, though. Every year, my husband decorates the garage as a little haunted house. And the candy is all the way inside in the lap of a scarecrow that will leap at you if you try to take it. So that's the only way to get the candy is you gotta survive the scare. And there's a jumping spider and a lowering spider. You gotta go through the booby traps.
Look at you.
Not the house I would go to.
You got
Yeah, they
it
gotta
all
earn it.
mapped out.
Some people walked away. They were too scared.
Oh, that's something else. When you have the house that's so scary that people won't even go to the house.
That's awesome.
Incredible. Well,
I
good on
didn't.
you.
So I didn't do anything. I just sat on the couch and I
You didn't
loaded up.
dress up?
Nah, I was. You know what? I had a Snake Plissken outfit from Escape from New York, but I wasn't going anywhere. And I felt, it's going to be too uncomfortable just lying on the couch because my plan was to lie on the couch, which I did, and watched in this order. I watched Big Trouble in Little China.
Perfect.
And then Aliens.
Of course.
And then The Exorcist, just to...
I saw your
boy.
post about that. Yeah. And I was like, well, no.
I did watch the new 2022 Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel, and I have to say, they've made a lot of shit movies in that franchise, but this particular one I think is worth a watch if you like it.
Yeah, I saw your post. You actually liked it.
I really was taken on a ride with that. We watched it last night, and I was just like basically the first half hour, you're just like, holy shit! Like,
nice.
Did I just watch that? Like, it is intense. It's Game of Thrones intense. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
It's worth a watch. I would give it a chance.
Very
they
good.
do a good job tying it to the old movies. Like,
cool.
But
All right, Dennis.
Yes, Jules. Yes.
We got to move along.
We do. We are behind on things. We are getting
Von Kaiser's fault always. Like.
Well, if it's not a 3-hour-long show with Von Kaiser, it is not a Von Kaiser show. But yeah, we are pushing on the 2-hour mark, and we do have some things to kind of move along here. This is the part where we talk about birthdays, and speaking of Kaylin's birthday, is going to be on November 4th. Go out and buy the new album from Von Kaiser. We're going to talk about other people with birthdays too.
All right, I'll kick it off.
Let's do it.
All right, so November 3rd, which is a Thursday, Tony from Delta City is going to be celebrating her birthday, as well as Neuron Spectre. Now, if you wonder why I yelled that out, it's because his shtick is he always types in caps.
All caps.
If he's in a chat session, if he's posting something on Twitter, it's always caps.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Very good. November 4th. Speaking of Von Kaiser, we have Squirrel, our very own Squirrel, who is having her birthday on November 4th. Are you a Scorpio?
I am. Yeah.
Nice. I'm a Scorpio too.
What?
I find that I usually don't get along with female Scorpios for some reason.
Yeah, we're crazy.
Because we're both crazy. We're like both wild cards.
It's true.
And
No, yeah, it is. At least for me. I would say that.
What is your birthday, Dennis?
my
when is
birthday's
your
on November 21st.
Oh, you're on the end.
On the
Yeah,
cusp, they
wow.
call it. The cusp.
Uh-huh.
So maybe that's why, I don't know.
Are you real extreme, Drew?
I feel like I can be. Yeah. I mean, you've listened to the show.
Yeah.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
What did I do last show? I said, talking about how I never wash shirts. Although, like, in truth, I do wash my shirts, my tour shirts. But I was just like, I never wash a shirt, and I'm like, that was a weird thing to say.
I never had a beard.
I never had a beard.
Not to go back to last week, but my point was, you do have a shirt that you definitely wash lightly. You don't wear it a lot. You might skip a time in the wash.
Kid gloves.
Yeah, because it could be like, I don't know, it could be like a very important shirt that is from your favorite band, and you don't want to mess it up because you don't know when you'll
30
ever...
years from now, I'm going to go on eBay with my Von Kaiser shirts.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be a millionaire.
We're going to make a mint, I'm telling you.
Watch.
You just admit you're going to sell your Von Kaiser shirts on eBay?
Ew.
$4 million.
Listen, we
but
don't.
It'll
$1 billion. Hell
it'll
yeah.
only be after her and I go on our like a murder rampage like Bonnie and Clyde.
There you go. But here, see, Kaarin, don't forget, I have like more than one of each.
That's true.
So-
He cleaned up when he came here too.
Yeah, I'll watch the merch table.
You just,
You
you just get
All right,
right.
we're digressing here, and it's all my fault.
Kaarin.
Oh yeah, we've got more
Keep us going here.
Keep us on the rails, Kaarin.
November 6th, Miss Cal L. Jagger is having her birthday.
Hey,
She's cool. Met her in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Friday.
That's right.
Yeah,
My turn. Troy from Die Scum Inc. is having his birthday on November 7th. And Martin Larby, a.k.a. Patrick Fakeman. Oh, very good.
Host of the Future Sounds.
Yeah. Celebrating his birthday as well, along with Betamax Dub Machine. Is that different than Betamax?
Yes, there's only one X in this one.
Ah, gotcha.
Holy cow.
That's right.
Your people are just not messing around anymore.
Betamax Dub Machine, 1983.
All right, November 8th, Hideotronic from Seattle celebrates a birthday, as well as Infraviolet.
Yes, very good.
That's it for this coming week.
All right, birthdays are done, and what do you think, Jules? What are you feeling like, my friend?
Let's see. I think it's time for some Strike Eagle. We need to feel the need. The
Need for speed. Strike Eagle.
So, all right. So we get to play a fresh new track from UK artist Strike Eagle's upcoming album, Operation Mjolnir. Pre-orders are up, by the way, including vinyls. So, so here it is. This is Strike Eagle with Feel the Burn, right here on Night Ride FM.
Push up the throttle, show them what you've got. Your chance to fight and dominate the sky. Face to face, there's no food for thought. Fly on instinct, better take your shot. Man versus machine, don't let your chance slip by. Focus your mind, now is the time. Are you gonna do or die? Get in the fight and fly for your life. Yeah, you gotta feel the burn. You gotta light up the fire so that they will learn. You race it to the top and they are gonna know it. They'll never learn that when you light up the fire, push it to afterburn and race it to the top and they are gonna feel the burn. Locking eyes as you burn for the fight. Circle turn and get them in your sights. They will rue the day. This is your battle cry. No chance to run, you quench your appetite. Pull the trigger, feel the rockets ignite. You'll dominate, their life's in short supply. Turn and burn, you stand alone with screaming wings down. Turn, roll the machine, because it's hard to be hunted. You gotta feel the burn. You gotta light up the fire so that they will learn. You race it to the top and they are gonna know it. They'll never learn that when you light up the fire, push it to afterburn and race it to the top and they are gonna feel the sights align. Spool up the engine, feeling your two worlds combine. Clearing your mind because you're flying for your life.
And that was Strike Eagle with Feel the Burn. Feel the burn, fellas. Did you guys feel the burn?
I felt it.
I felt it too.
Get checked. Sorry.
I was thinking
Remember
that.
it.
I was like, this is going to go in the wrong place. And there it is, Kaarin. I throw it up, I lob it up, and you knock it out of the park.
It wasn't even Von Kaiser this time.
Yeah,
right?
no.
You know, we left that one on the table for you.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Dang.
We backed right away
That's
from
right
it like
there.
a bird.
Quick
Kaarin
shout out.
stepped
Quick
up.
shout out to Mikal Bright and Patrick and friends over in
Hey.
the YouTubes.
Very
Thanks
nice.
for tuning in. Thanks for listening.
Absolutely.
We gotta boogie along here.
We do. We have
Right.
wonderful things to move on to here. Touring events, I guess, and
Yep.
events.
I'll
I
kick
said
it off.
touring events because I
Touring
can't
events.
talk.
All right, let's kick this off. So November 3rd, we have Neon Nights, which is it's going to be here in Toronto, and that's DJ sets by yours truly, Neon Fox, as well as my friend the Birdman, as well as Baby Chick.
Ah, Baby Chick.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. On November 5th, Neon Paradise in Cologne, Germany will be featuring Ultra Killer. And if you're near the Viper Room, you can catch Quixotic, Dana Jean Phoenix, and Power Nerd, probably doing hits from Megawave, and Taurus 1984. That's in Vienna, Austria.
Oh, very nice. November 12th, we have Spectrum on Air with Lau, Lucy Dreams, Hannah
Rua.
Rua.
Rua, Young Empress, and Akazo Heart.
Axo Heart.
Okay, you said it. And yeah, that's at Milton Keynes, UK. I got that right.
He did get it right.
Did I?
I was waiting for that one.
I was really
Milton Keynes.
I really grind that one out. I took my time with that one. That's what I did.
Well done.
And Future Function.
Function.
Why did I have to spell words funny? So just to mess me up.
Wouldn't be funk without the K.
Starfare, Knight Rider 87, Car Zoe Lee. Yeah, we know
That
you.
goes down, in Seattle.
And that's in Seattle, USA. Very nice.
November 12th.
Whoa.
24th, we have Helsinki Synth City, this time featuring Levinsky, Susie Sabotage, Witch of the Veil. That's a new one to me. That's in Helsinki, Finland.
Witch of the Veil actually been around a couple of years, and they make some pretty cool tracks. I think they did a cover of something as well. Really good one.
Very good. More names I can't pronounce and actually feel guilty about it. December 17th, we have Night Arcade, Collage or College? College. And I can never pronounce this guy's name.
Metelvin.
Metelvin, okay. DJ, did you give me all the French names, Jules?
DJ Devereaux, 85.
You gave me all the French names because he hates me.
So, you know what? It's been a while since these guys have performed. College, I mean, if anybody's listened to the Drive soundtrack, you would know who College is.
Yes.
And Metelvin is one of the original, I think he's French.
Oh, yeah. He's totally old school, like OG.
Yeah, totally. These are the OGs of
Pre-synthwave.
DJ Devereaux has been DJing at Night Arcade in Amsterdam, Netherlands for ages. COVID sent that all off the rails, but they're back December 17th.
Very nice. And last but not least, we're going to be pumping the crap out of this show because I'm going, everybody's going to the, Jules, everybody is going to this show.
What
And
show?
stop.
Oh, yeah. So April 14th to the 16th next year, Neon Retrofest Tampa.
Be there, be there.
So, for those of you who don't know what a Neon Retrofest is, imagine a hotel, an entire hotel reserved for synthwave, with all the performance rooms having artists playing, and there's video games and pinball machines, and there's going to be like lounging rooms that are all like yacht rock vaporwave theme, you name it.
It's incredible.
It's
It's
everybody
a
there
synthwave
in this
sleepover
hotel
party.
is going to be a synthwave fan. So
A huge synthwave sleepover 3-day party festival party.
And that goes down, April 14th to the 16th. 2023 in Tampa. There'll be palm trees, god damn it.
Yeah, there will be. It's very exciting.
I'm going to put in the chats for those of you who want to know more about live events. We track Synthwave live events here at Night Ride. Just go to nightride.fm/blog/Synthwave events. Find out who's coming to your little town.
Very good.
It will not be us for a while.
Yeah, there you go.
Von Kaiser, very first band confirmed for Neon Retro Fest, and I am stoked. Super stoked.
Very excited for that.
Super.
So, with that, let's play some more tunes and
let's play our second last track here.
Yeah.
Kaarin, you want to lead this one off? You up for it?
Sure, why not?
Aye.
Indian artist Carlights has a new album out called Universal Forces. We're going to play you the track Parallel Universes right here on Night Ride FM.
And that was Parallel Universes by Carlights. Very nice. We are just having a conversation that is just like going off the rails here.
From a parallel universe.
We're trying to reel it in here, ladies and gentlemen. We've been on the air for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah. I feel like a flight attendant. Like we have been.
Thank you for flying Air Stata Synth.
We have been cruising at an altitude of 13,000 feet, and we're approaching Philadelphia in the next 20 minutes. We'd like to ask for you to. I'm sorry, I ran away with that a little bit.
Your
tray tables in your full
to the upright and locked full position. The captain will be putting off the no smoking sign, so please extinguish your marijuana cigarette.
Make sure your belts are fastened across your lap.
Make sure your penis is tucked behind your back leg.
Oh,
That's the most important part.
Very important, as landing could disturb it. You're on Night Ride. Have fun.
Are we done? Like the actual
I think
like
it's-
part of it.
it's time for some shout outs to our Patreon.
Can I start bringing in the closing music? All right.
We just look back at the chat and it just says V has quit.
I'm officially
So and so's quit. So and so's
bringing
quit.
in the closing music. Stuff. Support
Patreon.
us. Patreon. We have a couple Patreons, brand new Patreons. I lost the spot in the script. Where is it?
So we got new Patreons, Gerald Johnson.
Yeah.
And Rhubarb.
Rhubarb's delicious.
And you too can be a Patreon if you want to support the Night Ride FM channel, because it costs money to run all the servers.
Oh my God.
24/7 synthwave music.
Z pushes out 500 gigabytes a day.
Whoa.
500 gigabytes a day.
That's it. It's 320 kilobits per second, high quality, non-stop synthwave.
Yeah. Indeed.
So I'm gonna put the Patreon link in the chats here, just in case y'all want to be a Patreon. And also, Dennis, I think they can support the State of Synth directly too.
They can if they feel so inclined. We have a thing. It is called Buy Us a Beer, and you just go to thestateofsynth.com and you'll see the link. You can buy us a beer, and we legitimately buy beer with that money. So don't think that we're faking it or like we're cutesy.
I didn't know that. Now we're gonna have to do that.
We're not cutesy. We're like legitimately buying. Like, so if you buy us like, you know, if you give us like $50, like we're buying the good shit. You know what I mean? Like we drink all our profits. I mean, I'll be honest with you.
If it was a sizable donation, could we then determine the amount and when it is drank?
You can absolutely name
dear.
it, and I will drink it
Trouble.
on air during a show or at the
Trouble.
place of your choosing.
Perfect.
It's very
This
simple.
sounds Kaiser.
Many libations of absinthe.
No.
Yes, for a show.
Oh,
An absinthe show, like so.
boy.
There's a real show called Absinthe, but we could actually do like a
Absinthe.
show
Absinthe.
that's
We got a
on
guy.
absinthe. That would be
Yep.
great. That would be
After
like
the
a
first
parody.
couple, it'll be absinthe.
It'd be a parody of absinthe, but we would actually be drinking absinthe. I love
There used
that
to be a
concept.
soft synth named that, but it's long gone now. It was actually all right.
A what?
You know what?
It was a virtual instrument.
It's
synth.
also a great Vegas show if you ever go
Yeah.
to Vegas. Shout out to Vegas.
Now I gotta do a quick plug because Kaarin is here.
Yes.
Kaarin has a merch shop. You can support her radio show, the KZL Live on Night Ride.
With that stylish shirt that everybody wears.
Everybody's wearing this
Yeah,
shirt.
check out our purse. I got it on today.
All right,
Everybody.
what's the address for your thread list there, Kaarin?
It's karinzoelee.threadless.com.
2 A's.
2 A's, Kaarin, yes.
Like as if you're getting in a car.
It's Norwegian.
Neon
Don't
dropped it in
confuse
the
it.
chat too.
There we go. I'm putting links in the chat. Now, the most important thing here is we got some Von Kaiser links. So there's a Patreon for Von Kaiser, right?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
And the
Get out of
address,
that. Talk.
the address is
Use your words.
I actually don't know what.
patreon.com/
Slash Von Kaiser, I think. I couldn't remember if it was Von Kaiser / Patreon or Patreon.
Patreon.com/Von Kaiser.
Von Kaiser.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
of
Von
course,
Kaiser.
your Bandcamp address for the album that drops on Friday, which I assume is also hitting streaming services.
All at the same time at
There you
midnight on the on Thursday/Friday morning.
VonKaiser.bandcamp.com.
Yeah.
Now, are the
Very nice.
cassettes only for your Patreons?
No. They'll be up for order.
Friday?
They will be on there on Friday to be ordered, but patrons will be getting them sent with their new shirts. Yeah, there's also a new shirt and a new sticker for the album that are going to be posted. I think, when are you posting those? Tomorrow? Thursday?
Thursday.
Cool new merch that we just got made, so that's going to be available too.
Nice.
So that'll be on our website, vonkaiser.com, probably Friday.
Very.
It's honestly whenever I get to it,
It's when
but it'll
we
be
get
Friday.
to it.
Because
Probably better.
here at Von Kaiser, we do everything, just the two of us. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do it so well. And you guys are amazing. I'm so stoked to finally get a chance to listen to the new album. Obviously, it goes without saying we're all huge fans over here of your stuff.
The end is the beginning.
we definitely appreciate you guys having us on, and like for the support for the last 4 years. Like, we can't believe we were like talking about Dead by Dawn the other day, and just like watching the video and like how fast this ride has gone by.
Yeah.
You know, even during COVID, like I feel like if we weren't in synth, we might not have survived that, really. I mean, like, us being able to come in and still work together like we did was just like what kept us from going insane a little bit, you know?
Yep.
And the live streams and stuff that everyone was doing, and like, you know.
Keeps the mind sane.
By the
So
way,
thank you for having us.
Yeah, for sure.
Mike Gesicki over in the YouTube chats reminded everyone that they should also follow your socials. Follow Von Kaiser on Facebook. Follow Von Kaiser on Twitter, Instagram. Do you guys have a TikTok?
We do.
Kind of.
Ish.
There's
All right.
just so many things that you have to keep up on.
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost like we were supposed to make music at some point.
Right. At one point, you guys crank out an album.
You know, I mean, we were talking about making a music video, and we were like, oh, does anyone really care about that anymore? You know? It's
I
like,
don't think they do, honestly.
I'd just rather make 45-second videos of us doing backflips into a pool or
I
something.
mean, I watched the Gunship one for their new single, and it was beautiful. And like, I'll probably just watch it the one time. You know what I mean?
They're like, that's nice.
really
That's a
love
nice
Gunship.
video. And then that's it. Yep.
I think I watched the one with the blood and the saxophone.
With the blood and
Oh yeah, I watched that one several
I
times.
think I watched that one.
That
several
was a
times.
good. Well, yeah.
I don't know why, but I just watched it
was
several.
interesting.
Oh,
They
Tim
knocked that
Capello,
one
that's
out.
why.
They knocked that one out of the.
That was
I
a
also-
pretty good video.
For sure.
I want to remind everyone we are kind of syndicated. You can find us also on Sundays on Retro Hit Radio down in New Zealand. And you can find that website at retrohitradio.co.nz. So, yeah, the Kiwis listen to us.
That's cool.
And that's it. Go
it.
home.
That's our show. We want to give a big thanks to our guests, Von Kaiser, David, and Kaylin.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
And also to Kaarin for joining us on the show.
Thank you
Thanks,
for having me.
And Joe, you still there?
You got your mic? He kicked it. He officially kicked it across the room.
Kicked it across the room.
Joe, we told you about kicking the microphone, but he didn't listen. But we still want to give you a shout out because Joe's the
Thanks.
man.
Thanks,
Joe.
Red Pack. Yep.
Red
And,
Pack.
with that, we are going to play you guys out with a track from Alaska artist Blue Lagoon's latest album, Here Be Dragons. And y'all better be ready for this one. This album is a soundtrack to an 80s fantasy movie that never existed, and it's absolutely brilliant. Here's the final and epic track off the album. It's Blue Lagoon with Winter Sea featuring Elevate the Sky, and I warn you, this is 10 minutes of glorious awesomeness. From all of us here at Night Ride FM, have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good.
I watch you walk the beaches. I see your plaintive looks over the breaking waves, over my watery grave. When the longest night comes, when you're at your darkest, I will call you home. You don't have to be control, but I would lose control. sail